Regular season record, followed by first-round upset defeat in the playoffs. That's been Seattle's script the last 2 seasons, and there may be one more chapter to come, unhappy ending and all. The Sonics in the home white hosting the Sacramento Kings in dark on Sunday. Seattle welcomes back Shawn Kemp. He missed game 1 of the series due to a suspension, but he's back, and back strong. Kemp throws that one home. Sonics up 6 at the half, but in the 3rd quarter, Sharunas Marciulionis gets hot. He cans 3 3-pointers. He scores 12 points, and that gets the Kings back into it. But they did it thanks to Mitch Richmond, 37 points. Look at this one. The flying baseline jumper goes. That's a circus shot. The Kings go to Seattle and beat the Sonics 90-81. What's the big deal? This is Sacramento's first trip to the playoffs in 10 years. It had been even longer since they won a playoff game. 1981, the last time before they get this one. That's series level. David Robinson had the playoff game of his life for San Antonio. 40 points and 21 rebounds as the Spurs beat the Phoenix Suns. The heat is not on in Chicago. Miami and Alonzo Mourning in red put on a miserable show against Michael Jordan and the Bulls in white. Look at Michael take the great pass, score with a nice lefty layup. Heat coach Pat Riley says, let's don't let him do that, guys. They don't. This time Jordan goes to the right hand. The problem is he hurt his back. This is right before halftime, so Michael goes to the dressing room. He comes out in the 3rd quarter and looked fine, scored 29 points. The only drama in this game between Dennis Rodman and Alonzo Mourning, Rodman gets 2 technicals, gets tossed, takes off his jersey, gives it to a fan. The Bulls romp 106-75. After the game, Jordan
went down to the wire. After collapsing in the 4th quarter of both Game 1 and 2 in their first-round series against the Utah Jazz, the Portland Trail Blazers were 1 loss away from being swept out of the playoffs for the 2nd year in a row. So Monday night, a do-or-die game for the Trail Blazers, and a lot would rest on the shoulders of a Lithuanian star, Arvydas Sabonis. To Portland we go for the action. We pick up the game in the 1st quarter. And some very cold shooting from Portland. First it's Cliff Robinson with the miss, and then it's Rod Strickland missing the Blazers 11 points in the 1st quarter. But in the 2nd, they would go on an 18-4 run, led by Arvydas Sabonis hitting the 3-pointer, Portland up by 9. But then the Jazz went cold as well. 14 points in the 2nd quarter. Karl Malone, the air ball. Not often you're going to see that. And then his partner in crime, Jeff Hornacek, with the air ball as well. Does 37-31 Blazers at the half. Then in the 3rd quarter, Rod Strickland. Watch the nice move as he drives in for the layup. And it was 42-33 Blazers. And then it's Strickland with the good pass inside to Arvydas Sabonis. And he goes in for the jam. The game then went to overtime and was Portland coming out on top with the 94-91 victory. The Trailblazers are still alive with Game 4 at home on Wednesday. Sabonis finished with 27 points and 12 rebounds.
Sabonis he's played like we knew he was playing at the end of the year, and he's been very difficult for us to deal with. He's a great player, and nice to see guys that pass the basketball and share it with other people and then still have the ability to do other things, because that's how the game should be played. And he makes the game fun to watch.
It's a big boost for us, and you know, we came out tonight and played for 52 minutes, and every guy in this locker room, you know, did their job and didn't give up.
In Atlanta Monday night, Game 3 between the Hawks and Indiana Pacers. The Pacers still without Reggie Miller, out with an eye injury. 2nd quarter, Hayward Workman loses the ball. Reggie Jordan to Stacey Augmon, ahead to Steve Smith for the jam. Now it's Augmon losing it to Travis Best, who feeds Rick Smits inside, and it's the Dutchman going in for the jam. He had 13 points, and we were tied at 40 at half-time. 3rd quarter, Steve Smith over to Mookie Blaylock, and then it's the no-look pass back to Smith underneath for the layup. The Hawks go on an 18-6 run, and they go on to win this one. 90-83 the final. Atlanta takes the pivotal Game 3. Mookie Blaylock finishing with a playoff record, tying 8 steals. Steve Smith hit a big 3 late in the game, and the Hawks had too much for the Pacers down the stretch.
You have to give a lot of credit to Mookie Blaylock coming out and getting 8 steals. He really put the pressure defense on and made us get into the game. I think mentally, whenever Mookie gets to start pressuring up, he gets all our flow going defensively and offensively.
We got to take advantage of the situation we put ourselves in, and I know none of us want to go back to Indiana, so we got to come out and play as hard as we can on Thursday.
But as a team, we just have to come back out Thursday and play our asses off, take it back to our place.
So Atlanta 1 win away from the 2nd round. They'll host Indiana in Game 4 on Thursday. Reggie Miller will most likely sit out again. 2 games into the Chicago Bulls playoff season, and the worm is turning into another distraction. On Monday, Dennis Rodman was fined $5,000 by the NBA for making an obscene gesture at a referee. It happened Sunday in Chicago's win over the Miami Heat. Rodman losing his cool with referee Bill Oakes after being ejected from the game. So Dennis is a little lighter in the back pocket, but of more concern, his erratic behavior at a critical time for the Chicago Bulls.
And I think Dennis got to realize that, some nights he's not going to be a big part of the game. And, he